Welcome to the weekly forecast on gold. Market went to the upside as predicted. Since June, second week in June, we are having a massive push of 3,510 pips. And this is good, like coming in the first week of August. And we can also see that from the analysis I made last week, the first and second week of every month is very, very important for you to catch a reasonable amount of pips. And we've seen that gold has delivered 3,000 from this low, which happened on Monday to Friday. I'm going to update my table. If you are just joining this channel, this is how we always do. We always mark the low of every week and the high of every week, and we record it on a table so that we can analyze the charts outside the chart. Now that all that has been done, let's quickly update the table before we come back to the chart and see what we can expect for the coming week. We have 3,510 pips, and the low formed on a Monday, the high formed on a Friday, and this was what was delivered. And as I mentioned earlier, I said the last time we got this amount of pips was close to this amount of pips was second week in June. And since then, we've just been having 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 1,000, and so on and so forth, because market has been consolidating. Now that we are done with this, let's quickly go back to the chart because I don't want to take so much of our time. Let's go to the chart and see what we can expect. First thing that caught my attention was the 3-month and the 6-month time frame. Let's go to the 6-month time frame first for you to see what I'm talking about. The 6-month time frame has tapped the rejection block and gone a little bit higher. If we go into the 3-month time frame, we can also see that 3-month time frame has tapped the OB and gone a little bit higher. And if you are looking at the 1-month time frame, we can see that 1 month has tapped this fair value gap. So we can say that 1 month fair value gap is what has made 6 months and 3 months gone a little bit higher. After all this has been done, what can we expect? We can expect a retracement from these POIs because people would have placed their entries at this point I've highlighted. So it wouldn't be bad if we expect a retracement, even if the buy wants to continue to the upside. And if that's going to happen, it means they still have eyes for the 3-month rejection block, or let's say, the 3-month rejection block, because there's nothing on 6 months. So, or they can even want to push to this 1-month rejection block, which is around 4,544. 4,544. Let's check it for 3 months again to be sure. Okay, 4,544 is still somewhere around here. So we can expect that, but first things first, we should be able to see a retracement this coming week. And looking at the breakout on our monthly, our breakout is still to the downside. So it means that we still have eyes for this low because we can expect retracements to keep going on. And let me cut this out. This POI has been tapped. Now we have this. These are other POIs that we can expect price to come to. While I was trying to draw my Fibo, I saw that from this high to this low, we've gone a little bit past the 0.236, and market is currently at the monthly fair value gap. Could we see a drop right from here? It is very possible. And as I always say, first and the second week of every month is very important. If they want to start a drop to come for this low, this coming week is the best time that they can use. But if they decide not to and they want to keep pushing to the upside, I would also expect this to be like a retracement for them to continue to the upside. We just need to work with what we see and not what we feel. But so far so good. It is good to know that we are above the 0.236 and we've tapped the monthly fair value gap. Now let's go into the weekly to see what we have on the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, let me delete this. We are done with that. On the weekly time frame, we have a breakout to the upside, even though it is not a weekly swing high, but we are very close. And after going above this, I was expecting price to take this liquidity even before we start experiencing this drop, but price refused to take it. So personally, if gold wants to fall next week, I wouldn't be shocked if price goes up first to take this liquidity before dropping. I wouldn't be shocked if price takes this liquidity before dropping. And if price takes this liquidity and wants to seek POIs, it can come to either this OB or this rejection block before dropping to the downside. But regardless of what happens, personally, I still expect to see something like this coming week. If I see this liquidity taking and I see some reactions around this zone, because this is also a resistance zone, a support zone, a support zone. If I see price playing around here on Monday or Tuesday and I see a sell setup, I would love to take this down first before anything else happens. This is my personal bias, and we always know that things can happen, price can keep pushing to the upside. But if this happens, I'm not going to be in the trade. But if I see this happen and I get a setup, I'm going to be in this. All right. As I always say, do not stress more than you can afford to lose. Always use a stop loss and do not add to a losing position. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. All right. Have a great week ahead.